everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Belinda. Beauties, today I'm going to be doing this Dollar Tree boxed pumpkin centerpiece. The majority of the items that I used for this project are mainly from Dollar Tree. The only items that are not from the Dollar Tree is the paint and just a few of the greenery. So beauties, if you want to see how I put this together, then please keep watching. But before we get started, I'm just going to ask if you can please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also if you'll click that bell icon so then you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. I'm going to be starting off by showing you the items that I used, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll be using 2 foam boards, some black shoe polish, some black acrylic paint, and some white acrylic paint, a paintbrush, some rubber gloves, a measuring tape, a ruler, a box cutter, a glue gun, and I'll also be using some of my pumpkins that I DIY'd from the Dollar Tree. And I also DIY'd this stand, 1 pack of this Excelsior, 2 LED window candles, some greenery, a piece of this pool noodle. For the base, I'm going to cut 2 pieces measuring 21.5 inches by 7. And for the side panels, I'm going to cut 2 21.5 by 3 inch panels. Also 2 smaller panels measuring 7.5 by 3 inches. I started by measuring the base of the box. Now I went ahead and I cut 2 pieces for the base because I wanted it to be pretty sturdy. If you've used foam board from the Dollar Tree, you know that it's pretty thin. Now once I was done cutting the base, I went ahead and I moved on cutting the side panels. Okay, so I'm done cutting all the pieces that I'm going to need, my 2 bottom bases, the 2 side panels, and then the 2 smaller side panels. Okay, so I'm going to start by hot gluing the bases together. Now I have to tell you that I had to be really careful once I added the hot glue because you only have seconds, and if it's not glued on right, your boards are going to be off. So I started by adding a generous amount of hot glue to one of the boards, and then I placed the other one on top very carefully. And this is how they look once they've been glued together, and I just want you to see how thick the base looks. Next, I moved on to the side panels, and I was so very nervous doing the side panels because I was afraid that I was not gonna hot glue them correctly and that the side panel would be off. Okay, so I have one side panel on, and now I'm going to move on to the other side. But for now, I'm just making sure that it is glued on correctly and it's not off. And so here I'm just showing you what it looks like with this first panel on. Now moving on to the second one. For extra hold, I added a strip of hot glue in the inner portion where both of the foams meet. Okay, so here's my box now that I've added all the panels, and I just want you just to take a look at it. And here I'm just showing you where I added a thin layer of hot glue in the interior just to give it a bit of a reinforcement. And I am a bit of a perfectionist, and I have to tell you there was areas where the foam didn't quite meet, so I did have to take my utility knife and just chisel some of the foam off. But in the end, the box turned out pretty nice. Okay, so next I'm going to be adding the black shoe polish to the box, and I'm just gonna lightly just brush it on there. The shoe polish comes already with a little foam on the end, and you do have to press down on the foam so the liquid can start running. And I am pressing it down here on the table because I don't want to press it onto the foam. If not, it'll make indentions. This is the first time that I use shoe polish on foam board, so I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, and that's why I started off with just a thin coat. But when I saw that it was doing fine and nothing was happening to the foam board, I went ahead and I added a little bit more of the shoe polish until I got the color that I desired. Now the look that I'm going for this box is a weathered look wood, and so that's why I chose the black shoe polish. I didn't think that black paint would give me the effect that I was looking for. So the shoe polish worked out perfect because it just gave it that black wash look. So it gave me a great base color. Okay, so this is how it turned out with just the shoe polish. Now it looks okay, but I'm still not quite happy with it. So I'm going to be adding now the acrylic paint. I also added some of that shoe polish in the inside panels as well. Next, I added some acrylic paint. And what I did is I mixed some black and white paint to get almost like a light gray color. And then I just started to lightly brush it on the side panels as I'm showing you right there. I had to go in with a very, very light hand. And I just continued doing that to all sides until I got the color that I wanted. And then I also moved on to some black. And I also just added a little bit of black here and there. I even had thought of maybe adding a little bit of a light green, but I decided not to. I just kept it with those neutral colors. There is no right or wrong way. When you work with paint, it really is up to you and what colors you want to use. I think that one of the most important things is to keep in mind is when you are blending colors together is just having a very light hand. Please note, I am no artist, I just like to play around with acrylic paint. And this is how the paint turned out. I think that it does have that weathered look to it. Okay, so now that my box is complete, I'm going to start adding all the items in there. And I'm going to start by hot gluing pieces of the pool noodle on the base of the box. And the reason I'm going to be doing that is because I'm going to be setting two of the pumpkins on top of the pool noodles. So I want the pumpkins to have some height. Next, I'm going to add this stand that I DIY'd myself to the center of the box. And all this is a candle stand and a candle plate hot glued together. Next, I'm going to add the Excelsior inside the box. Next, I'm going to add the pumpkins. Next, I'm going to add some greenery. And I just continue to go all around the box. Now, if you decide to do this project, you can add whatever you want. Even some fall leaves would look really nice. But I wanted this to have some green to it. So that's why I added some greenery. Next, I added the candles before I started adding the greenery on that side. Okay, beauties, here is my Dollar Tree box pumpkin centerpiece. This fall, I wanted to use a lot of the black and white and also neutral colors. I wanted the centerpiece to have that farmhouse style, and this is what I came up with. And I also DIY'd these Dollar Tree pumpkins to have the black and white scheme fall decor. Well, beauties, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and also share. I'd really appreciate it. You have yourself a blessed day, and I will see you on my next video. So until then, bye-bye and God bless.